Jebaited! Alright guys, welcome to iCast, your freaking awesome replays. Today's topic, or the topic from this past week, has been Jebaited. So we're going to be casting some fun replays of people showing off their best bait tactics. Now we didn't get too many submissions this time, so I am crossing my fingers that we actually have good games this week, because we had very few to pick from. I didn't really advertise or talk about the topic much at all this week, so that is my fault for that, but that's why we're going to get an early start on this next topic. So it's up to you guys to send me your absolute best replays. The next topic is I ain't no basic bitch. Send in your best replays where you don't build any basic units. So no lings, roaches, marines, marauders, hellions, or zealots, stalkers, adepts. So you can still build widow mines. You can still build cyclones. Excuse me. You can still build sentries. I've made this one a little bit tougher for you Zerg players for once. Why? Because every time I put a restriction on units, people just mass queens anyway and spine crawlers and then swarm hosts and infestors and win their games regardless. So I figure taking both lings and roaches away is completely fine. You guys are going to figure it out. You guys are going to be completely fine. Trust me, it sounds a little bit harder than it is. This is actually a really fun challenge. I might play it on stream a little bit later. Check it out. It's a lot of fun. So send in those replays. The information is down in the YouTube description below, as well as in Twitch chat. Please send me your replays. We'll cast those next week. For now, let's hop into this one and check out these games. See what these guys got up to. Of course, spawning down here in the bottom right-hand side, the Red Terran player. It is DYWT Jaconi. Jaconi. I don't know why. That kind of entertains me. He's a little... Oh, I didn't even realize there's like a little blue flame hellbat icon you can have. And spawning up here in the top left-hand side, the opponent. The sidekick of Sherlock Holmes. Constantly being kind of annoyed and a bit of a pansy. It is Watson. Alright, Jaconi here, building a marine nice and early. And he's going to be chasing off that SCV. And we've already got a command center going down and a factory here for Jaconi. Alright, Jaconi. He's, okay, both going to be expanding nice and early. Wow, Watson doing it off no units, of course. Watson did scout, so Watson has that kind of comfort here. That saw the command center, is able to react to that. And both players just going to be macroing on up really hard here at the start of things. And of course, guys, this topic was super flexible. So, it was baiting people, Jebaited. How the hell are you going to bait people as effectively as possible? And there's so many ways you could do this, and sometimes I feel like we as StarCraft players get a little bit, I don't know if stupid's the right word, but we lack creativity sometimes. Because sometimes I have a topic and I can think of like 26 different awesome ways to take advantage of it. It takes a little bit of thinking to think of them. But I think of so many different fun, awesome ways to do that. And then the moment I get around to looking at the replays, it's like everyone just tries to solve it in the same way. And I'm like, really, guys? No one thought outside the box? Of course, that's why I do love it when we have people like Dark, Minions, and Steve, and a couple of regulars who in the past have been featured in many ICYFARs, because they've always found creative ways around it. But no matter what, I am hoping we'll see something a little bit different here, or at least just a really cool bait or two. Of course, you know, burrowed banelings is one of the most popular things I could think of, as well as hold position lurkers. But even just doing a sort of feinting tactic where you pull someone out of position, that's going to be cool. And most importantly, I would love to see someone just go for a big all-in and pull someone's army out into the open. Classic Destiny with his Overlord Magnet fucking strategy. Because that was just... That's like a classic moment. It's one of the sickest things ever. So, looks like both players are just going to be building up here. Watson is going for lots of Hellions, Reacted Starport, Tech Lab Barracks. Has landed the expansion. Meanwhile, Jaconi here just chilling on one base with Marines and a Widow Mine. Hasn't floated the orbital down yet, but does have a faster second and third barracks. So both players kind of just building up right now. And it looks like Jaconi here going to be adding a couple of Tech Labs, maybe getting some Marauders out, maybe getting Stim and Combat Shields at the same time. More and more Hellions are on the way, as well as Combat Shields for Watson. So both players going to be kind of building up here. Not a lot of interaction just yet, so I'm gonna fast forward this one just a little bit. We're gonna zoom through to... Oh, here we go, here we go. Okay, the shit's about to hit the fan. We got hellions hitting the front and a drop heading towards the main base at the same time. And that's gonna be sick. Oh, coffee is beautiful. Beautiful, warm coffee. Oh, okay. That Widow Mine zoning them out. The Hellion is like literally a millimeter from being in range of that Widow Mine right now. This Hellion drops can cover to the main. Nah, there's another Widow Mine. Oh god, I got it. Oh, this is scary. Oh, one of the Hellions ran in, died to the Widow Mine. The Marines are here as well. This Hellion's gonna go down. Oh no, the Widow Mine shoots that as well. It looks like Watson was trying to distract at the front while hitting the back. Do a little bit of a bait there. And oh my god, those SCVs are actually insanely clumped right now. Does get one really good volley. Oh my god. Oh, Jaconi. Oh, Jaconi. I thought he'd held it so... I thought Jaconi had held it so well, but Watson... Oh, 17 workers killed, up to 40 SCVs versus 9. Alright, that was like it. That was a simple bait, but it was beautiful and it was sexy. And those SCVs clumping up as they ran away was beautiful. That's a good start. That made me very happy. Oh my god. Whew. So what do we got? Bio production here for Watson. Don't think Watson has stim just yet. Does have combat shields, and +1 is already on the way over here for Jaconi. So +1's just finished. Combat shields is done, and stims are bound to be added to that upgrade tab. So these Marines and Marauders and Medevacs from Jaconi are super powerful. Has a big army lead right now. Meanwhile, over on this side of the map, Watson is building 6 Marines at a time. Does have 4 barracks production, soon to be 5 barracks, but without that stim and without any eBay upgrades, yeah, there's a double eBay down, but upgrades haven't started. I think Watson is gonna have to, you know, do something special to hang on. But he's got a Widow Mine out. He's got a bunker up. That'll help. Siege tank here for Jaconi, though, could be massive. Does scan the front, sees that that's not a very big army. I think Jaconi's just going to commit to it, guys. Jaconi, good chance. Oh, no. Boost the Medevacs away from the Widow Mine. Okay, there we go. Oh, sacrifice. Poor little Marine there. Goes into his death. The Medevacs, the Marines, and tank coming forwards. Watson does not have stim. How is Watson going to defend this? He's got to load up that bunker and repair or something. Oh god, Watson already taking some damage here. And oh man, those siege tank shots are big. Okay, that bunker is just going to go down. I think he's just going to sacrifice it. Jaconi here looking for the damage. Watson floating a lot of minerals. Doesn't quite have the army out yet. Is just getting to 40 supply and only now starts the stim upgrade. Oh shit. That Widow Mine gets another single Marine. Not too special, but it is something. Another siege tank back there from Jaconi is going to be working its way forward. Both players just scanning each other casually. And Jaconi's going to edge his way forward. No stim on those Marines means, bam, massive siege tank shots. Oh, that other siege tank on the back, though, wasn't quite sieged up. That one tank does go down. Watson, though, oh no, he's getting kind of hammered in here. Jaconi doing really well. I think SCVs might need to pull off the line. Stim is just so important. The +1 on that bio as well is really good. And it looks like Watson here. Oh, man. Watson, not quite enough stuff. The bio takes out the natural expansion. Jaconi taking a little while to get up into the main, and actually Liberators. Watson has bought time for Liberators to get up. Remember, Jaconi's only on 18 SCVs behind this, so as long as Watson holds on and can rebuild that command center, Watson is still potentially in this game. And oh man, Jaconi's trying to go for a bit of a crazy drop there. The tank on the low ground goes down, the drop goes into the main, but there's already Marines on top of it, and these Liberators are going to siege up on top of it as well. Jaconi, you madman, is going to try and go for it. Does get the siege tank, but the Liberators start to blast down a few units. I think Jaconi's going to have to pick up and leave. There we go. Does pick up boosts and just barely gets out of there. Medevac with 15 hit points. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Nice, nice, nice. I don't know what's going on in Twitch chat right now. You guys might not know this experience, but I'm sure anyone who's watching this who's ever streamed, where you look at Twitch chat and you're just like, what the shit am I reading right now? Apparently I missed him killing his own depot before, though. Jaconi, I think, killed his depot to get back into his main base, which is kind of hilarious. Cool, Watson rebuilding. Watson's just going to be like, alright, I can get back in this. I have 43 SCVs, bitch. And Jaconi actually just going to take a third command center now. But that Liberator there did a good little bit of damage. Oh, wow. Whoops. Sorry for the fast forward there. Only got 3 SCVs, but wasted a lot of mining time. Jaconi's in big trouble right now on that regard. But if he can get the third mining, he'll be in a good spot. Just hasn't really rebuilt that work account at all this game. Does still have a scary as shit Bioforce out, though. But let's check those upgrades, guys. We've got Stim and Combat Shields now done for Watson. The problem, no upgrades versus the 1-1 of Jaconi. Especially if Jaconi's Marauders get in front and they're kind of tanking with their extra hit points. That's going to be pretty fantastic. But this Marine count, 48 to just 35. And Marines are going to be the big damage dealers. So Watson's macro is a little bit more on point here. Going to be spending that nice and well. I really want to see another couple of baits, Watson. You got a Widow Mine out here. I don't know. Bait some shit into the Widow Mine or something. Show us some cool shit. Do another 2 or 3 pronged attack. I really would love to see Watson come down and like set up this like massive arc of Marines and then like try and pull Jaconi's army out to like chase just a few of his Marines into it or like chase a dropship into it. I think that would be so cool. Just lure him into the mouth of the whale. Oh no, Terran building placement, guys. Fucking Sergeant Hammer over here can't get out of there because the architect who designed this base was apparently a fucking space convict from the Kuprulu sector who didn't know shit about how to space buildings properly. Watson, that's a harsh one. This barracks, of course, misplaced, and that factory also in a bit of an awkward position. So this siege tank has popped out into this little trapped area here. We've got a drop hitting the main base for Watson. Not so much as a bait as just a regular drop, but that's cool. I still like watching regular drops because it's a way of killing stuff. And I like things being killed because I guess I am also a space convict or a descendant of one anyway, except minus the space part, being Australian and all. A couple of SCVs going to go down in this main base. We've got the army of Jaconi being pulled all the way back. He's going to split it. He wants to catch that medevac. The medevac doesn't give a shit. He's like, I don't care. I want to die anyway, man. My Marines are doing the real damage. Kills the armory. Really should be wanting to stop that engineering bay. Not going to get it. He's going to kill these Marines as they come in 1 or 2 at a time. Gets a Viking. Gets another Viking as well. Very efficient drop there. Watson is on fire right now. Sherlock Holmes can go fucking touch himself or some shit because Watson's busy. Watson's just too busy winning this game. Up 50 supply. Macro of the gods. Siege tank now has a friend in the little playpen here. They can kind of just sit next to each other. These are like those kids that you worry about because like you give them blocks to play with and they don't really do anything. They just sit there and eat carpet. But oh god, there was a way out of the playpen the whole time and they found their way out. So Johnny and Roger over here, the couple of siege tanks, are going to work their way down this ramp. Masses of Marines! And we're going to see a big frontal engagement, guys. Oh my god, that Widow Mine shot was massive. And Watson just says, yeah, fuck you. Jumps forward. Could have killed the entire army there, I think, but decided to back off because of that siege tank. Not a bad decision. I love just the decisiveness with which he like move commanded until every single Marine was in fire and then just instantly gunned down like 50% of Jaconi's army in one volley. Those Marines doing work right there. With only 3 medevacs, will take a little while to heal though. And looks like Jaconi realizes he's in a bit of trouble. Is going to turn around, run home, tail between the legs. Does have the 2-1 upgrades finished now against the 1-1 upgrade. So the upgrades have caught up a little bit for Watson. And even though Watson is down a command center, has just done so much better job of saturating the bases and then spending the money. So is just constantly way up in supply here. So let's fast forward through and let's see what we can do. Yeah, triple helix. I don't know what's wrong with me, man. I should have said eat crayons. You know, I just meant some kind of harmless, stupid thing that dumb kids do. Probably myself included. Eating carpet kind of sounds like something else. So yeah, that's. I think that's my subconscious at work. I can't help but say dirty things. I'm just like, let's say the most messed up thing I can think of. Tanks, Marines, Marauders there. A couple of Vikings. Watson just snipes that third down like it ain't nothing. Watson right now is wielding the power of his large macro, and he's saying, look at my macro. You think this is impressive? Wait until you see my Marine stutter step. He's just going to overwhelm everything. We've even got a 4th command center up here. Jaconi's back down to 2 base. Somehow hasn't even finished mining the main minerals. just because he's been taking so much damage. Chaconi's got like the tank, the Widow Mine. Pretty decent sized bio ball. But just look at this Marine count. Holy shit balls. That's 88 Marines, guys. 88 Marines. Alright, alright, alright. Where's the next baits? Where's the baits, boys? There's a great one at the start. Unfortunately, no more baits this replay. That's all good. Bit of an entertaining game. Planetary Fortress takes down about 10 Marines there before it does go down. A lot of SCV is going to go down, but Watson, oh my god, is he going to stim down the ramp? He's like, that is a tiny choke point, but I have 400 Marines, and they're going to get down there really fast. He is just going to chase this army to oblivion and beyond. The Marines grouping up here for Watson. That is just a tide of Marines, and nothing stops the tide. Oh. Jaconi, man. Just got wrecked. Just got wrecked. So we're going to have an instant replay of our favorite moment of that replay because it did make me exceptionally happy. I believe it was about 6 minutes when we had the two-pronged Hellion attack of fucking doom, which just, oh, it was just great. So guys, we had the Hellions come. Sorry. Here we go. We had the Hellions come in the front. They paused for a moment, and then he said, "It's time. Bait him, motherfucker." That Hellion goes down. All the units move down the ramp. Jaconi's like, "Oh, better stop your fucking Hellions, eh?" The Hellions are just massive sacrifices. This Widowmine's like, "I'll stop him." Oh, Medevac survived with 25 hit points. And then we see the absolute fucking drop of doom, where he's like, "Oh yeah, might get an SCV, maybe 2. Oh, you're gonna clump your SCVs up. Okay, I might get a handful. Oh, your Marines and Marauders are on move command." Oh god. Oh god. So many SCVs. Oh, and that's what remains of Jaconi's economy. So that was a good play there. Very nice, simple bait there in that early game. Thank you very much for that submission, Watson. I assume it was Watson who sent that in. If Jaconi sent that in, there wasn't even an attempt at a bait that entire game. So I assume that one was from Watson. Hats off to you, Watson. Well done. Of course, guys, we are going to be... Oh, we got another Tambi game. Awesome. Awesome. All right, guys, we're going to be hopping into the next game. Spawning down here in the bottom left-hand side, representing MSU SC2.